Wow. Okay. But here's the question. So I think our understanding of Egypt is that men can have 4 wives.
Yes.
How does this whole dynamic work and play into the relationship?
You know, this is a very, very, very common question, especially from non-Arabs. Do you really marry more than one wife, 2, 3, or 4? Actually, yes, it is an option, but who use it? Around, in my opinion, 95%, 97% of Egyptian men are married only to one wife.
To one.
Yeah.
Oh, okay.
And the other 2 or 3 or 4% can marry 2 or 3, but 2, not 3. Very, very, very rare people marry to 3. So the option is here, is available, but it's not used. Not because we don't like to use, but because we don't need to use. We respect women, we consider a lot of things. And also to marry 2 or 3 is logically another scenario, another situation we can talk about if you want, but not famous, not common here to marry more than one.
Okay. That clears up misconceptions.
Not misconception, but when we have the right, we can use in emergency cases. It's a right. We can consider it a door of mercy. We can knock the door of mercy when is it needed, and when is it needed has a lot of factors. For example, if a man is married to a sick woman and he has a lot of children and he cannot continue normally with her, so what can he do? Divorce her and leave his kids and marry another woman? In this case, it's better to marry another woman in the presence of his first wife to take care of her and of her kids and have his life with another woman and has also kids. It's legal here. So everything is done legally.
Right.
Everything is done with approval of government and God.
But it's not like Mormons where they're all in the same house. In Egypt or other Muslim countries, don't the women all have their own houses? The man has to be able to provide for them equally?
It's according to the financial situation, but the difference between Muslims and Mormons, we can marry 1 or 2 or 3, maximum 4. This is the maximum. We cannot marry more than that, and for a reason, not just I want to marry another one. It's not like that. They can live together or live in separate apartments or houses. It's according to the financial situation, the acceptance, because also women here in Egypt are sensitive to that topic. If a man is going to marry, no, don't marry. This is a very big mistake for me. And also women here are sensitive. They don't want to share their husband with others.
Exactly.
But yeah.
Well, I think it's the way we look at it is that, so what if women had the right to marry 4 husbands? How would you guys feel about that?
Yeah.
You know? So the majority they only marry 1.
Yes. And woman cannot marry more than 1 because Islam is built on some basis. One of these bases is who is the father and mother of this child. If a woman is married to more than 1 man, and who will be the father of her newborn, it's going to be a very big problem. So we cannot, who is going to tell that boy, father? He will not know which one of them or which one of those. Okay, so it's logically, it's not possible, because when a man marry 1 woman or 2 women or 3, when any one of them have a child, so he knows his father and his mother.
Right.
But when a woman marries to more than 1, we cannot know whose father is that of them.
Wow. So what is the reasoning for 4 wives in the Quran?
It's not reason. You know that the Quran is the only book who told marry only 1. He told you can marry 2 or 3 or 4. But if you are afraid to be fair, just marry 1. No other book on earth said that. No other book, no other religion on earth limited the number of marriage except Quran or Islam. Even Mormons, I don't know what is the reason of that, or in other, but in Islam I know, because I'm a Muslim and I know in depth the reasons of many things in my religion. But it's controlled. You can marry two. You know, let's think in another way. On earth, number of women are very huge compared to number of men.
Okay.
And if every man married to a woman, there will be a lot of women without marriage. Let's talk also that not all of men are ready to marry. Maybe 70%, 60% are ready, but 40% are not ready. So it's a bigger problem. So more women will not be married. And let's continue also that some men have abnormal orientation. We call it abnormal orientation. Maybe in other communities it's normal, but in Egyptian and Arab countries, there are some other abnormal sexual orientation. So another number of men falls. So another number of women has no possibility to marry. So we can, if you calculate it, you will find that it's an option to make other more number of women marry when there is no possibility in other communities to marry. And she also has right, especially in our religion, in our community, it's forbidden to have any other relation without marriage. Only marriage is the legal and religious way to have a relationship, so they will be forbidden totally from any other option.
What about divorce now in Egypt? Are women able to instigate divorce